Let's see. Okay, so we'll get some reading practice for you today.
Thank you.
And tell me kind of what you're focusing on right now so that I can kind of listen more for those things.
According to Andrea's assessment, she wrote that I have troubles with final voiced consonants and the same ones that you identified.
Okay.
And she also told me that sometimes I have troubles with the vowels. For example, I used to say book, but she taught me that it should be book.
Yeah,
Instead of took, it should be took. So
there you go.
now I'm more aware of these vowel issues that I'm having. So I'm trying to correct myself. But I would like to get your feedback because I can't be that objective.
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm catching myself making
Good.
mistakes, and I'm always trying to correct myself as
Good.
soon as I catch.
Okay, and so that's an interesting thing because you'll actually, for a while, you'll feel like you're getting worse before you get better because you'll hear yourself and then have to correct yourself. But that's just because you're hearing it now. So then you can start correcting yourself. So it's kind of like, it does feel like you're getting worse because you're like, oh, I'm always having to correct myself, but it's only because you're more aware now. And the more you do that, the more those patterns will change.
Yeah, that's the feeling. That's the feeling that I started having. So, oh my God, I'm making so many mistakes, and I had a false belief that my English is so good. But okay, I hope it will be even better. Better,
That's
you see.
okay. That's the
It
yeah.
used to be better for me, but now it's better.
Yes, there you go. So you're doing that tap T, you're getting the can't,
Can't, yeah,
can't,
because I was taught British English at school
yeah.
and at university. So, and now I'm trying to unteach myself.
Okay. And and for many, British English is what they're going for. And so it just kind of depends on what accent is what you personally want.
I'm aiming at American.
Yeah, okay, good. Excellent. Okay, so here's a couple of things that I want to point out. You did it right at the beginning. You did it more with the T sound, and then you did it a few more times correct. So just continue to be aware of that because I can tell you are aware of it, and you're working on correcting that. Issues. We want to, instead of issues, with that E, keep it with a short I. Issues.
Issues.
Good.
Okay.
So when we're talking about patterns, I'm just talking the I, not E pattern,
issues.
And then taught, again, that was more of like a taught when I heard you, and that's more of that British English, taught.
Yeah.
And for American English, it's going to be taught.
Taught, like talk, walk, talk.
Yes. So so the AUGH sound is always going to be the well, I shouldn't say always because there's always exceptions here and there.
In most cases.
Most cases, it's going to be that taught, AUGH. Okay.
Taught, walk, talk. It falls into the same category as talk and walk. Okay, got it.
Talk and walk. Excellent. Okay, so let's do a little reading here. And typically in reading, it's easier to kind of put on, notice and correct and make sure that you're getting the right sounds than it is in conversation. So as we've been talking in conversation, you're doing a fantastic job of correcting and hearing yourself. And so I can tell the work that you're doing with Andrea is really, really working. So let's just do a little bit of reading here and see if there's anything else we can draw out. Okay?
Okay, shall I read the title or skip it?
Yeah, go ahead and read the title.
Okay, Julian Treasure, How to Speak So That People Want to Listen, TED Global 2013. The human voice, it's the instrument we all play. It's the most powerful sound in the world, probably. It's the only one that can start a war or say, I love you. And yet, many people have the experience that when they speak, people don't listen to them. And why is that? How can we speak powerfully to make change in the world? What I'd like to suggest, there are a number of habits that we need to move away from. I've assembled for you pleasure here, 7 deadly sins of speaking. I'm not pretending this is an exhaustive list, but these 7, I think, are pretty large habits that we can all fall into.
Okay. All right. Did that, so that felt a little fast to me. Is that kind of a normal pace when you're just
No,
talking?
sorry. The point is that my cat is was disturbing me.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know the cat was in the room, and he wanted to jump at me, and I was focused on driving him away. Sorry. So that's
Okay.
me.
All right, good. So one thing that, so the first thing that I kind of noticed was wanting to make sure that, okay, we want to slow down and really kind of hang on words a little bit more, kind of give it a little bit more feeling and a little more of that
Uh,
rhythm.
would you like me to read it again
Yeah,
without
so
my
let's do the
cat?
first, let me point out a couple things in the first paragraph so that you can do it, and then I'll have you do it again, okay?
Mhm, mhm. Okay.
Want. Want has that same ah sound like we were just talking about with taught.
Ah, want, want,
Want. Mm-hmm.
want,
Good. And then
want.
we want to get, I is one of those, that long vowel we want to get a little bit more movement with.
Mhm.
I love you. And that's another
I.
thing is if you're going too fast, some of these longer vowels, you can't get that full movement on. And so it
Mhm.
just kind of gets cut short. And so that's why we do want to slow down a little bit because we can get that full movement and that full sound. Okay.